Guess I need to head southeast to find that roller back. I already have enough bristleback tusks on me.
브리슬백 옴니는 어디서 났냐? 아까 업그레이드 할 때 써야 되는 거 아니야? 여기도 진짜 많았네. 이쪽에서 들어갈까? 그분은 오셨을라나? 가라 그랬는데. 하나 지급 받았습니까? 이 아저씨도 왔네. 그 사업을 확장해 가고. 이거 아직 얼마 안 됐으면서. 아는 척 엄청 하네.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha.
에렌도 이 사람은
They call it a
내진탕
concussion beat
박자.
party or something.
이 사람
Yeah, now that's music.
이상하게 1편부터 약간 좀 정이 가는 타입이긴 했어.
Aloy! Erend, you're all better. And you're here.
이렇게 동료가 늘어나면 저 포커스 더
Varl
찾아야
said you
되는 거
might
아니?
need some help after all. Doing
이렇게
complicated
되면
things.
내가 더 이상 능력자가 아니게
still
되는
have
거잖아.
much training to do, of course.
뭔가 이거
One does
포커스
not become
가진
hunter
애들이 나중에 뭐 최종
Each seed
보스전
grows at
이런
a
거 할
pace of its
때
own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom.
같이 출동하려나? 그중에 몇 명
You
죽어나가고?
should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
그 사람 벌써 왔어요?
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
나도 혼자 있는
Looks
거
like you've
좋아해.
got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
또 인강 시작한 거 아니지
We'll keep
설마?
on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
뭐 쓱? 얘들아, 사내 연애가 금지는 아닌데 공사금도 좀 해주지 않으련?
I wonder what it's like being in space.
It sounds very lonely, if you ask me.
아저씨, 이 촛불 뭐야? 이렇게 촛불 여러 개 켜놓으면 저 밖에 워프할 수 있는 횃불이랑 동급 취급해줘야 되는 거 아님?
Not like I built it or anything.
Right.
바로
can
좀
see why
워프 좀
you,
하게 만들어줘라. 너무 귀찮다.
You had your doubts about bringing us along. It is a lot to take in. But don't worry. There's nothing I can't handle.
Right. How are you settling in?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
What about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east,
다 나왔나
ordering them
보다.
around?
다행이네.
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do, sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah.
공룡은 또 생겼네?
I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. So, you've met our new Tanakh friend.
He's, quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you trust him, so do I.
또 있었군요.
So, Talana came by the base?
Yeah, more like rushed through. I was hoping she'd stay for a drink at least. Only Carja I've ever met who's any fun. but it seemed like she had more pressing matters to attend to.
그럼 안녕.
I better go.
Right. I'll leave you to it.
장작 좀 갖고 와가지고 여기 좀 업 좀 만들어줄 생각 없니? 이건 또 뭔 부대짜루야? 뭔데 이거? 깍지콩이야? 와사비 맛 콩인가? 뭐요? 뭐 갖고 왔냐 이거? 농산물 이거 뭐 있는지 사전에
all kinds of messages back in the day.
이거
All over the world,
갖고
too.
왔나?
Anytime they want it.
I don't know if I'd like that. I wouldn't want my aunt.
Wow, this place is starting to come alive.
Yeah, and Gaia placed all the data she got from your focus into that archive room. With the focuses you gave us, we'll be able to
그리고 이제
access it
뭔가
at our own
기지의
pace.
모습을
You know,
좀 갖추고
learn
있긴
and train.
하네요.
And if you need us, we'll be there to fight at your side.
아니 괜찮아.
Got it.
나 혼자 싸워요.
Thanks, Varl.
너는 그래 어그로 끄는 연습을 열심히 해주지 않을래?
I'm guessing you've spoken with Kotallo?
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second, I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tanakh and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
I'm guessing Talana didn't stay for long?
You got that right.
얼마나
Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab
아
her
이름이
attention.
너무 어려워.
Whatever it was, she didn't tell me.
Must be quite a story.
I guess she'll tell us when she's ready. How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Aaron definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
또 있어.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
How's training with Zoe?
You know we really are training.
연애 트레이닝인가?
Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course.
의련하시겠습니다.
You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, a tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
얼마고
That's enough. Think you can hold the fort while I'm gone?
If Aaron stops listening to the same music over and over again, maybe. We'll be fine.
근데 그 아저씨는 어디 갔지? 이거 나 부품 있나? 아저씨 여기 계시네. 아저씨도 열공 중이시네. 중추신경 있다. 근데 하나 있는 걸 여기서 써야 되나? 초록색이니까 얻을 수 있겠지. 자, 이거. 이거는 버그가 안 없어져. 아까 그거 나 부품 결국 못 주웠네? 정말. 이거 했어야 됐는데. 뭐 여러 개 떨어뜨려. 그거 진짜 못 쓰는 줄 알았으면 안 떨어뜨렸지.
Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place.
이 사람 눈 부분이 약간 그
Gaia,
사람 닮았어요.
and
신세계
gave me
비해서.
this
이름
focus.
생각이 안 나네.
I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then.
어!
You said the Bulwark was your home a long time ago.
꼬리에 꼬리를 무는 질문이
That you were
시작됐다.
part of the Sky Clan.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed in a clan skirmish, so I was raised by my squad. As I grew older, I came to be known as an accomplished fighter. Tekote took a special interest in me. I fought by his side against the Karja, and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the Daunt. It was I who opened the gates at Barren Light from the east side, allowing the Tenakth to raise it.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed. I was welcomed home as a hero, and I was content.
Then why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
Why did you leave the Sky Clan to become a marshal?
I was sent to the Kulrut by Tekote. Back then, I would have obeyed his every order. I believed in him, like one would a father. I was too blind to see the fear in his eyes. Fear of a rising young warrior challenging his command of the clan. I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. But to him, I was only a threat. Never occurred to him that I had no interest in rising above my station.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent you to the Kulrut?
Tekote knew that if I survived the Kulrut, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth as a whole. I'd never be allowed to challenge his command, even if I wanted to. After our victory at Barren Light, Tekote spoke to our people, said it would be selfish to rob Hikaru and the marshals of a warrior like myself, even though he knew perfectly well I had no intention of ever leaving. It was exile, guised as an honor. One he knew I couldn't refuse. So I became a marshal, and never looked back.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I am not. Though it pained me at the time, a marshal is what I was destined to be.
When we were at the Bulwark, the guard said something about the Wings of the Ten. Hikaru also mentioned it at the Kulrut. Dekka, too. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings, and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess, and it is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. Many times I imagined it as a child. The feeling of freedom, and the awe it must have inspired.
What did Chief Hikaru say when you told him he'd be joining me here?
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove, and helped reunite the clans. There was little more to be said. He understood.
Well, I'm honored he lent me his best marshal. At least for a little while.
Indeed.
What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus, it will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yes,
How many?
as many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
You've had some time with the team now. Any thoughts?
I admit, I was surprised to see Nutaru here. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
I'm told she rallied some in her tribe against the Karja, and fought all the way to Barren Light.
Interesting. Perhaps I am mistaken.
I should go. Feel free to check in on Hikaru and your people. Door's always open here.
I will. May the Ten walk with you.
이분도 됐고 네, 이 친구 얘기하고 가이아로 넘어가면 될 것 같아요.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
You've spoken with Kotallo?
A few words. Tanakh don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine. In this case, a very loud friend.
I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
얘랑은 저번에 한번 들렀을 때 얘기를 해서 그런지 길게 얘기는 안 하는 것 같고요.
Right, I should probably go.
I shall return to our training then.
트레이닝이라니까 되게 뭐랄까 느낌이 나네. 그러면 아야씨 아이템을 잠깐만 안 해줬으면 좋겠다. 아, 진짜 너무
Welcome
고생했어.
back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge ether with me.
나중에 다
Afterwards, I must
병합하고
discuss an
나면
important matter with you.
특화하시는 거 아니죠? 설마 선수 친다든지 또 레벨업 하겠는데 30이 되겠는데. 아, 나 너무 무한하고요 고레벨인 거? 발전한 게 없는데 레벨만 높다니. 그래서요.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it
왜
lead?
이렇게 길어?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, Maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then. You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay. And what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
자진해서 얘기를 해줘야지.
All right. I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
혼자 가게 해줘 그냥.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their
아, 누구
focuses.
맘대로 그런 건 사전 동의를
I concur
해주셨어야지.
that you
내가
should
얘
not
둘 욕했으면 어쩔
investigate
뻔했어.
this
다
What
들었을
if
거
it's a
아니야.
trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit.
튀자.
In case you need to upgrade
장비
your
챙기는
gear.
동안 튀자. 완수한 메인 캐스트 루트 됐고. 이거 나 더 할 거 있나? 뭐지? 이 누구를? 넣은 게 없는 것 같죠? 없으니까 나오는 거겠지? 자. 역시 운수의 기술 포인트가 7개나? 넣고, 그럼 기술 포인트 있죠. 발음을 배워야겠네. 네, 잠금 해제했다고? 내 방 생긴 건가?
I'll check it out when...
아니 이거 치우고 구멍 때리게 해달라고. 잠깐 말이야. 이러면 같이 가야 되는 건가? 지금 여기에? 아니 그 잠금 해제한 방은 어딘데요? 해제한다 해도 내가 더 노가다 뛰어야 되는 아니지 않을까?
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
여기는 딱 봐도 더 좋. 뭐라고? 둘이 방 같이 쓴다고? 이것들
I see.
인사분 안 하는 거 보소? 1인 1실 아닙니까?
Holograms.
아니 이거
Gaia, I thought you said the data here was
촛불
lost.
한번 다 쓰면 새 걸로 가는 것도 이리겠다. 아니 이렇게 초 많이 켜놔도 되는 거냐고. 여기 안에 미세먼지 개쩔겠다.
Like the one I blew up at Farzinus launch facility. Varl
너무한
seemed
거
pretty
아니야?
interested in space travel. I guess he wanted to keep
심지어 막 이런 거 타기 쉬운 거 막 나무 이런 거 위에다 올려놨는데 괜찮은 거 맞음? 나는 너무 찝찝하다. 괜찮은 건가?
There it is.
왜요? 나요? 나 조는 괜찮은데 여기는 아니고 여기도 아니고 설명이 따로 있는 거겠죠?
Looks like I can open that door now.
뭔데요? 어떤 문? 저기?
Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreation
오락실.
control center operative.
VR하고 이런 데인가?
Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
Oh, that's too bad.
잠깐만. 여기 안에 뭐 있는데?
What's the speed?
뭐지? 내가 그때 왔던 건가?
Another room. What for?
뭐지?
Switch to a private log? Okay, so Regional Control Center 9.
하구나.
Design of the facilities coming along.
잠깐만. 이거는
When Gaia finally builds it, it'll have everything it needs,
화장실.
except personality.
설마 이것도
So
그런 것이요?
I'm going to sneak in a mark. A couple of flourishes. Starting with this little away hideout. August would have gotten a kick out of it.
것 같은데.
He loved hidden passages, like the kind in old English castles. But I've got something bigger
빨리
planned.
보라색 먹게 해주세요.
A piece de resistance, if you will.
I need to back up. Try again.
기분 물러선 다음에 다시 하라고? 이렇게 모이면 되는 거 아니야? 에! 이 정도면 그냥 먹을 수 있을까? 이렇게. 아니 그냥 이렇게 해주지. 굳이 이렇게 날 고통시킨다고? 왜? 왜 때문에? 제작진 바빴어.
I'm back in the sleeping quarters.
설마 이게 내가 못
Looks
들어갔던
like Arendt and Catalo moved their stuff in.
방을 둘도 같이 써? 카메라랑 이 정도 괜찮을까?
Unbelievable.
어? 이 방이 잠겼다. 아니야, 여기가 아까고 오락실. 그래서 이쪽으로 방 보고 여기 내 방 누군데? 이게 내
Looks
방이야?
like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room.
불멍!
Your companions
Please,
thought you would
불멍.
appreciate a private
아,
space of
내
your own.
방이요.
That was
개인실이야,
thoughtful of them.
저쪽. 맞아, 저 둘이 방 같이 쓰라고. 네, 내가 혼자 방 쓰지.
I've been carrying
짝이
Elizabeth's pendant with me for months.
안 맞잖아?
But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe.
이미 걸어놨네. 뭐 하겠네.
Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all, recover the subfunctions, defeat Vorzenith, heal the world, I'd like to think
그 전에 또 너랑 똑같이 생긴 애가 또 있잖아.
Elizabeth would be proud.
저 루틴 끝났고
My old spear. Rust helped me make
갑자기
it
이상
when I finished my training.
여기 상관이 없네.
Feels like so long ago now. When Varl found me after the Hades proving lab, I thought I saw
그게 턱을
Rust.
길 필요까지야.
I don't think he'd understand any of this. Or what I have to do. But still,
아 그러니까 루스트가 우리 날 아버지처럼 키워준 그분인지.
this is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy.
이거 여기 위에 뭐 놓을 게 굉장히 많나? 왜 이렇게 애매한 위치에
He
이거
seemed like a
뒀지?
good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home.
아니 나 정도면 침대 저기 뭡니까
When I met Hikaru, I figured he was just
시몬스
another thirsty warlord.
킹 사이즈
Shaw was
추소로
right.
그렇게 줘야 되는 거 아니?
Hikaru wants peace.
나
Not easy,
영웅이라고?
but with his new marshals,
상대 해줘야 되는 거 아니냐고?
maybe his vision has a chance.
아 화살 많은 거. 됐고 아 불멍이 없네. 불멍이 없고 여긴 뭐 숨겨진 모식이 없나? 난 아직 없다. 됐고 한 바퀴 돌았고 여기 나가는 데고 여기는 그 엘베. 아, 엘베가 아니라 아래편이야. 내려가도 뭔가 있으려나? 아니, 얘네한테 말 걸면 진행돼 버리는 거 아니야? 같이 가야 되는 거 아니야? 조사하러 갈까? 해도 나한테 선택지를 주겠지? 나중에 가자. 그거 하러 가자. 이런 식으로. 어차피 지금 다 중단 중이라서 하긴 해야 돼.
Alright, so let me get this straight. There she is.
You ready to head out?
아니요. 아니, 무조건 가야 되나 봐. 알겠어 봐.
I need a little more time.
Okay. Let us know when you're ready.
일단 캐스트는 지금 못하는 것 같은데? 딴 거 먼저 하고 싶어도? 다 잠겼어. 자동으로 되어버렸구나. 진짜. 가자. 그래.
What do you say? Should we get go?
가십시다.
Let's go.
Go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the
아저씨
unknown.
이타는 것이
This ought
좀
to be
불안한데. 다행이다. 컷신으로 알아서 올라가서. 실시간으로 얼음이 어는데요, 이쪽에?
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
와, 이걸 잡는다고? 언 벽을? 샤. 플라즈마인데, 이거? 어이, 둘은 어그로 담당. 난 뒤에서 딜 먹일 테니까 어그로 열심히 끌어주겠네. 생가? 어? 어머! 와, 표정 하나 안 되나 보. 저거 나도 갖고 싶다. 나도 줄 수 있나? 아까 그 아저씨처럼 그런 거 같은데? 뭐 능력자 중에 하나인 것 같아. 오케이, 방어벽 오메고. 알다. 다 죽었네. 남는 거 제가 가지면 됩니까? 역시 힘을 못 만드는 것이 있다. 포기하지 마라. 나는 교훈을 준 전투였던 것 같고요. 하지만 저 이제 내가 갖자.
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
제일 안 좋은 거 있는 대로 보내자. 바로 제일
We'll
좋은
check
거
out
있는데
the
내가 가고.
battlefield. Let's start with that zenith.
저 상대 아닙니까?
Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
재밌어요?
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it.
발 저기까지 왔어? 들고 있는디?
Catching snowflakes on my lashes.
이제 살아나진 않겠지. 설마. 이상한데. 깜짝이 아니었어. 분명히 나 상자 같다고. 저기 말고 하나 더 있었는데? 여기 있네. 으쌰. 아무도 숨길 수 없어. 캐논인데? 그 말은 제니스를 내가 쏟고 있었어. 진짜 쏟고 오겠는데? 이거 전투가 끝나지 않았습니다. 뭔가 있지 않을까? 아니면 이게 여기 있을 리가 없지 않나? 있을 것 같은? 아이를 하나 놓칠 수 없다네. 저기. 그니까 저기 하나 있는디? 왜 못 찾았지? 난 저기까지 갔다 올게요. 이건 뭐예요? 이 스캔도 안. 이거 그거네. 그때 문어네. 나 뭐지? 혹시 모르니까 떼나. 혹시 모르니까 떼나. 모르겠어. 그러니까 떼나. 여기 전투 있을 수도 있으니까.
Whatever the rebels did,
아저씨, 에렌드
they
아저씨
took down our shield.
너무 멍 때리고 계신 거 아니에요?
But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
서수.
It looked like she could
Hello,
make it come and
Verbena?
go at will,
What do you have for me?
but it's gone now.
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the asset.
Well, go
Can
do
we
your
call
thing.
off this pointless
I'll
search
wait here.
already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
제라르가 그런가?
Hold on. I think I see something.
랑 그렇게 싸웠던. 선생님 팔. 뭐 있는데?
Origin bread. What a mess.
뭐 없잖아.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset.
그
How
안에
this
저기도
asset
가마솥
is.
같은데. 너무 찝찝한 것이 시시상. 어베나 서터를 계속 감시한다. 감시하고.
Kind of chilly.
바로 내가 저쪽을 가야 돼. 저기.
The Knock rebels from Asaram.
인상으로 올라오기? 플라즈마에
Weapon's still hot. I
상충하는
need to know how it worked.
그런 게
I'll
있나?
have to check on it once it's cooled off.
상성 되게 따지는 사 포켓몬과 비슷한 약간 그런
An
느낌이야.
Oseram with a focus.
헐.
Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
코스 너무 이미 대중화되어 버렸고.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? All right. I think I have an idea what happened here.
어떻게 알아? 난
I better
모르는데.
get back to Aaron.
좀
Calling.
식은 다음에 본다더니 안 식었나 이제? 식은 생각이 없나 보다. 나로 안 돼.
All right, she who sees the unseen.
너도 이제
What did you find
보잖아.
out?
남일처럼 얘기하고 있어?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up, all so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
놔줬으면 좋겠다.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eilloi의?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
아무도 안 하고 그냥 입구에 서 있던데. 어이, 나를 뭘 좀 찾았냐고?
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain.
이거
Looks
그
recent.
뱀 나온 그런
Whatever it was,
똥꾸러
it must have
아니요?
been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Aaron, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind.
경계가 제일
I don't want to be
무섭네.
caught by surprise if the others
구름
show up.
나왔을 때 일단 에렌드가
Contact us
어떻게든
by focus
막아야
if you
되는
see
거잖아.
anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll
이
call
말은
you.
온단 말이지.
Let's go.
하긴 자기 편이 당했는데 아 얘랑 가야 돼?
There's some kind of old world
가만히
ruin
있진
down here.
않겠지. 오겠지.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah. From the proving lab.
스티커 나오겠는데?
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its
그러면
hiding
나
spot, so it sent the
레이저
distress
캐논이랑
signal.
뜯어놓은 거 쓸 수 있나?
네.
나중에 전투에서? 쓸 수 있으면 좋겠다. 일단 여기가 가는 거고. 혼자 쓰고 정말 시계 덕후가 된 느낌이에요. 시계 안 판지도 좀 돼가지고 시계 엄청 많던데.
Looks like some kind of data center.
와 이거
I
널찍한.
might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
아우 힘들었는데. 이게 왜 궁금한지? 여기는 뭐가? 여기 있을 듯 하면서 없는 느낌의 그런 공간이네요. 정말 미니멀리즘이면 나중에 전환을 해야 될 것 같은데? 어이 뭐야? 얘네들 이수족
I've never
느낌이다.
seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
이수족의 물건 느낌이다.
This was a Far Zenith research lab.
민마흐 연구
Looks like a lot of
실험실.
data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
그라운드. 이거는 안 해도 되고. 문 활성화 됐고. 그러면 저거는 뭐 건드릴 필요가 없는 건가? 그래서 뭐냐?
So, exploring another Far
되게-
Zenith ruin.
뭐 나올 것 같아서
At
기분이
least this
나쁘다.
one doesn't seem to have
없어?
giant killer
확실해?
machines.
그럼 안심. 되게 있을 것처럼 생겼는데 없다고 해주니까 믿겠어 에일로이.
Or anything you can blow up.
되게 넓은데 할 게 없는 그런 장소네. 아래 꼬박꼬박 날 따라오지 않아도 괜찮아. 위쪽이고 위쪽 가는 데가 있고 아래쪽 가는 데가 있고 여기 문이 있거든요. 못 먹으면 너무 억울하니까 중간에 뭐 카트 당하진 않겠지? 오,
All this.
내 거야, 내 거야.
Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
그래서 시계는 전
Yeah.
세계 한정판이다. 이거.
That sounds about right.
본인 뭐 없이 다를. 있고, 이 옷들이 있네.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
What were
얘는
they
아주
for?
빨간색이다.
Remember when I told you I was made, not born?
아예 떠먹여주자. 응엔씨 또 나오네?
This is how.
A machine that makes a person. That's
This place
incredible.
keeps on going.
오.
Yeah.
뭐 잠깐 여기요? 아 그러면 아래쪽 확인하고 와야 되겠는데? 근데 아래쪽에 확인을 안 했거든요? 일단 갔다 와봐야 되겠는데? 어쨌든 메인적인 거는 저쪽을 통해서 가는 것 같아서
This place is huge.
아 이건 아까 저
Some
위로 가면
kind
이렇고
of storage room, maybe.
그냥 통하는 거네.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it.
아니 뭐 나올 것 같아.
Let's look around.
기계 괴물은 없더라도
So,
그 패거리는 나올 것 같은데.
how is Erend taking all of this?
에덴드는 뭐
Really?
개꿀잼 느낌이야.
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the dock, he
이렇게
said
뭐
he needed
이게
our help,
말씀인
he
게
dropped everything and turned around.
역시 수상해.
Well, he's loyal.
퍼준다는 거는 뺏어가겠다는 얘기거든요. 항진을 하여라. 이 정도로 빡세게 굴을 것이다. 그러니까 이런 느낌으로 게임에서는 보통 주거든요. 아이름을. 그렇기 때문에 굉장히 수상이지.
The control console. To access the storage units.
그러면 여기
Can it tell us
가요.
if the
여기 막
asset is in one of them?
숨어가면서 뭐 싸우기 되게 좋아요.
Let's find out.
음악도 뭔가 점점 고조되는 느낌이 은근슬쩍 나는 것이 이러다 웅장해지고 나는 좌절하는 것이지.
(236) containers in storage.
네?
Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there
그럼
a number in the
236 하면
distress
되는
signal?
거임?
You're right. I should check the log.
그래? 진짜 뭔 길을 가야 되지? 분한 신호면 이거 말하는 건가? 237인가? 있거든요? 근데 총 236개라고 하지 않았어? 근데 237 해도 되는 거야?
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
맞아? 236개라면서 왜 237이죠? 이것이 페이크인가? 사람이 들었는데요? 그 사람이다. 소백. 잘 있는 사람. 좀 더 에일로이 좀 더 성장 버전.
Aloy.
에일로이 좀 더 크면 이렇게
It's
되는
you.
거지. 그래서 좀 더 나이 들면
Skins
소백
like ice.
같아지는. 운동시켜 하나 봐.
Must have cut this from her head. But why?
약간 세뇌 시키고 감시하는 그런 거?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck, and goodbye.
So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy.
왔어?
Can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on,
왔나봐.
Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the
에렌드
sky.
선생님, 내 그 레비즈 캐논이랑 그 스토커 어쩌고 하는 거 좀 잘
We're
지켜주세요.
coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
그거 잘 숨겨놔 주세요. 나 그거 써서
Get her to cover
스펙터
in
한
that
번도
room.
잡아본 적이
Whatever
없는데.
happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
잠깐만. 스펙터, 저 다시 문장했다. 스펙터 약점이 뭐였지? 그거 부식 그거였던 것 같은데? 산성이랑 플라스마인데 내가 지금 플라스마 가진 게 없으니까 산성을 좀 깔아놔야 되겠네. 그러면 산성 시간 얼마나 주실 거죠? 559 559로 하자. 나 어디서부터 어디까지 싸우는지를 모르겠네? 위치를? 여기 봐요. 내가 여기 되게 싸우기 좋게 생겼다고 했잖아.
Here it comes.
아니 벌써 오면 어떡합니까? 나 준비가 아직 안 됐는데요? 준비가 안 됐다고 쇼. 소리가 맥스네. 근데 지금 그럼 산성으로 바꾸고 어디가 잠깐만요! 너 내가 뭐 써야 될 거 있니? 오케이. 딱 걸렸었네.
I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
저거 아닐까 저거? 한두 마리가 아니지? 아 잠깐만. Go to action. 일로와. 오 182가 뭐가 터졌는데? 너의 약점 알려주지 않으면? 와우 피 다행이고. 야 내가 좀 필요한 부품이 있을까? 그러니까 은근히 안 다른다 이거. 오 이거 온도 있고 그냥 썰자 잠깐만 나 좀 나가게 해줘. 슬링을 쓸까? 잠깐만요. 하! 너 혼자니? 에일로이 버그! 안 움직여졌어. 이것이 이 녀석의 능력인가? 날 꼼짝도 못하게 만드는 것? 죽었느냐? 한 마리밖에 없느냐?
Are you okay, Aloy?
아, 한 마리밖에
Yeah,
없어?
I'm heading up
함정
top.
다
Stay
썼습니까?
down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
함정 다 썼으면 만족. 아, 함정 때문에 데미지가 그렇게 많이 다른 건가, 이 녀석? 혼자요? 올라갈 수도 있는 거 아니요? 근데 피가 진짜 안 다른다. 이렇게 해놓고 아무튼 또 오지 않을까? 안 올라나? 원래는 이렇게 널찍한 데 활용해서 써야 되는데 난 내가 구석에 처박혀가지고 완전 다굴당하면서 했고요.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other specter.
다른 스펙터가 있다고?
I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
에렌드 3원 플레이가 아니지 설마. 우린 나프닝 다 한 거 맞죠? 그러면 이거 슬링도 이거를 좀 더 준비를 해놓고 다른 산성 그게 있나? 이것도 재장전 좀 해놓고 근데 플라즈마 그거는 언제 얻는 거지? 무기가 갈수록 좀 강한 애들은 플라스마가 나오는 것 같은데.
Aloy!
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me
제대로
pinned down.
공격 중이라고?
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
나 거의 다 왔는데 내 레비저 캔이 어쩌냐고. 있냐고. 스코 어쩌고 하는 것도 있냐고.
That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron.
에렌드 죽으면 안 돼. 난리 났는데? 눈뽕.
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
나 들켰나?
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
아리까리스.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire.
조종선이
It's got
어딘데?
some kind of shield. Need to sneak around behind it. It's hard to fight if I take that thing head on.
흑발 간. 여기 약점. 펄스팅. 많이도 갖고 있다 이미. 방어막이 저기에 있어서 얘는 투샷.
A heavy weapon. That can help.
야, 내가 아까 이거 떨어뜨려놨잖아. 누가 이거 다시 조립해놨습니까? 조립 누가 해놨습니까, 이거? 아, 다시 떼놔야 돼. 하고, 어그로 미쳤고, 이거 여기로 안 보이네? 그리고 함정을 몇 개 좀 심어놓자. 쟤는 지금 앞만 보고 있어서 모르는 것 같은데? 이거 어디 갔습니까? 여기 있다.
Starting to lose track. The weapon. I could use it against the Spectre.
일단 얘는 여기 뒤에다 맞춰야 되니까 들게 괜찮은 걸까? 안 들킬까? 이거 해놓고 저쪽도 가서 이거를 두 개를 들고 조준하는데 좀 오래 걸리거든요? 이렇게 되면 연막탄도 좀 써야 되나? 여기 5발밖에 없네. 일단 이거는 두고 슬링으로
Shield down. It's on the
연막
move.
이제
I
됐어?
got your back, Aloy.
반피 뺐고 남은 탄약이 없고 빠져나가고 싶지.
For you.
뭐 어쩌라고 하고
That's a quick way to take it down.
야 중앙에 하나 더 어디 가냐. 여기 아! 뭐야! 에랜드가 막 다친 거야? 잠깐만! 잠깐만! 아, 나 저거 떨어뜨린 거 하려고 했는데 아니면 산성 데미지가 계속 먹인 거야. 뭐야, 저거 호조비였잖아.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right.
아니요.
Yeah.
아,
Well, what are we waiting for then?
당황스럽네. 중앙에 가지러 뛰어가.
You two
나
go on
다시.
ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
아, 저 이제 다 식었냐? 이제 저거를 토대로 얘네 이거를
Maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
무력화할 수 있는 그게 나오나? 아, 얘가 에모줬구나. 그럼 발전이 되나? 가이아한테 주고 이러면? 내 화살만 2번 낭비했네. 이거 쓰지도 못하고 이거. 레이저 캐논. 뭐죠? 정말로? 이것도 함정도 하나밖에 없었네? 진짜 5급이었는데. 저 아까 아래쪽 그거 했죠? 아니. 깨매기. 깃털.
No. Damn it.
핵만 있으면 될 것 같은데?
Well, it's better than nothing.
이수의 선악관 아닐까? 선악관 거 아니야? 알았어.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze.
가이아가
We can
해줄
replicate it.
것이요.
Maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths.
다르가
I should
복지인가 봐요.
check on the clone too.
땡이. 괜춘?
Erend, you okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's 2 of me now.
Right, there's 2 of you now. At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying.
둘이 다가 아닐 수 있어. 더 있을 수도 있어.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if
깨어났어?
Zoe and
스포했네 이
Varl took
아저씨.
care of
나 아직
her.
몰랐는데.
No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
What are you working on with your focus?
공부,
I'm still
숙제
figuring out how to read stuff on
검사하는
this thing.
선생님 마냥.
Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
다음. 조시. 조시 얼굴 없어졌어요. 조시! 생겼다. 화면 때문인가?
Aloy, you're back.
깜짝이야.
Yeah,
옛날 심지
I'm
보는
just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe. You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again. Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds once helped heal the skies.
걔가 진짜
I
공부
used to
제일
be
열심히 한다.
terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But
상자에 돼.
everything Gaia creates has a
장학금 주자.
purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those Stormbirds in line.
그럼 나 스톤버드 타고 다닐 수 있나? 이거 날기계들도 탈 수 있다던데.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your
이건
steps.
진짜 이동하기 꿀이겠다. 산이나 이런 거 금방 안 해도 되니까. 언제쯤 오잖아.
Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in
와
that
이거
chest.
무한리필인가 봐.
Take what you need.
대박. 고마워. 친구야. 나 조는 좋다. 바르기 싫어서 그렇지. 됐고 이게 선반도 가져가는데? 아래가 게임 가지고 우리 그 아이씨 어디 갔어? 우리 아이씨도 공부 열심히 하고 있나? 아저씨 없어졌네? 아니야 내가 여기에서 부품을 더 얻은 건 없으니까 터미널은 어차피 사용을 못하고 먹는 게 너무 힘들어.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay.
여기 있어?
She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her.
서브시.
Hello? It's Beta, right?
서버
My name's
관리하던
Aloy.
야근을 하던 그 기억에
What's
괴로워하는
wrong?
것인가?
Is it your injury? Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome. I
서버 문제
don't
생겼습니다.
understand.
질문해주세요.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The
점검
brain,
있겠습니다.
especially the
점검
cerebellum,
또 다른
goes into a
점검을
kind of sensory freefall.
점검이 끝나면 또 다른
Everything
점검이
real
시작돼요.
feels unreal, distant. Is there anything that can help? Do you have a focus to spare?
결국은 하는 거
It's
포커스였어.
primitive, but I can make it work. Yeah.
포커스 사업 해야 된다니까 이거.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information about you and the Zeniths? Yeah.
또 다른 인간인가
Why are
설마?
they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago? That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed. So far, Zenith established a colony world after all. Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable. Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves? Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know? How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you? Does that mean that you're... I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth.
어 그래?
On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, so that I could serve my function. Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it? When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over. So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth, for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric, he's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it? Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable. What's inside the base? Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need. Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met? I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony. You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened? All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A. The Zeniths never told you any details. They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius. Guess they survived old age too.
아, 무섭다, 노화. 노화지.
How did you escape the Zeniths? Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run, I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eleuthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity. You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eleuthia. What did you do, exactly? Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed, outside the facility. Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield? I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape? Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eleuthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Eleuthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing? The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA. I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it? That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access. You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that? But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress. Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Farrow purged it. The Zeniths have a copy. So it still exists. And you got to learn from it. Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it. To have all that knowledge, just out of reach, must have been frustrating. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or... So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths? How did you know? Optimal strategy, so? Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
아직 갈 길이 천만리야.
You don't have Hephaestus
이제
already? Gaia's still
메테를
figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location. Of course not.
이 녀석 성격 좀 있는데?
You didn't even know who the Zeniths
예민한
really are.
성격이네.
You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a
미안해요.
mistake.
진행도가 아직 30%밖에
They're
안
gonna find me. They're gonna find this
무슨
place
저
and
치료한
take
거야,
me
이제?
back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to
너도
find us.
활을 들어라.
Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What
너도
difference does it
싸워.
make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them.
야,
Everything.
포커스 내놔.
Everyone. Are going to die. Hey.
너희들 좀 포커스가
Calm down.
아깝다. 네오노아가.
You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
난 지금 목숨을 걸고 싸우고 있는데 지금 너는 목숨을 잃을까봐 지금 이런 식으로 나온단 말이야.
Expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
넌 여기 처박혀 있으라. 안 한다.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming
지금
here.
손절각 되는 것 같아.
Feeling might be
저쪽에
mutual.
붙으면 피곤한데 우리 아지트 위치도
I'll
알고
come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
안 하는 게 좋을 것 같은데 얘기.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
서버실을 보니 PTSD가 와서 나한테 그러는 거 아닐까? 전생의 기억. 전생은 아니긴 하지만 어쨌든 가이아랑 또 기나긴 대화를 해야 되겠구나.
That's fine.
Hey, you and Aaron okay?
Nothing some
물어봤잖아
rest
이미.
can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing. It's a lot.
골치가 아프다 골치가
Even
아프다.
for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron.
아 그래
He was
설명해주려고
totally
했었어?
lost. Then Zoe said something about two trees coming from one
역시
seed.
조가 똑똑해.
That seemed to help a bit.
가이시
I
어디
see
갔어?
everyone settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds
아
of
그건
plants in
좀
here. Says a home should always spring with life
식물도
anew.
있는데 여기 불이
I asked Aaron to help find some.
여기
Think he'd
불살라
rather stick
버리려
his head
하는
into a
스파이
snap
아니야?
ball.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place.
저 설마 다 뒤에 탭인 거 아니지?
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift. And to thank her for helping me
야,
study the glyphs.
글로
Something from the old world that
글로
she's
익히면 안
never
되지,
seen
연애는.
before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals.
뭔데
You
이거?
ask me, stuffing a dead animal with
악재야?
anything, really,
시켜보는
doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else.
넌 채우다니까 갑자기 순대가 먹고 싶네?
I should get
나-
back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
지켜보겠다면서 여기에 조 바로 앞에 있죠? 이거 어디 갔지? 진짜 존잘러 한 명 나왔으면 좋겠다. 정말 얼마나 존잘러 나도 힐링이 필요하다. 존잘러 몇 명 발견하긴 했었는데 존잘까지 아니고 잘러 정도?
Welcome back.
근데 그 사람 스쳐 지나간 NPC였을 뿐이야.
에일로이.
너무 억울하고요.
I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin
이분
of
약간
the
윤여정
transmission.
Yeah.
씨랑
I
조금
also recovered this.
언뜻 비슷한
The
느낌이
weapon
있어.
it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment. I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology. But not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into
운전한 걸
enemy
내가 뭐
hands.
찾아야 되나?
Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him,
사이언스 담궈버리지.
that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, Our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on
이번
your
인간
search.
가이아보다 저
Right.
대타가 더 길었네요. 그러면
Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Silent's weapon.
알이
And now there is
대타 기술.
another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more
이제
sub-functions to
하나
get to.
있다고? 이제 모래 바다로 가야 되는데 저 거기에도 약간 그걸 해놨거든요. 길을 여기 지금 나오거든요. 여기를 이제 모래바다가 여기 말고 이쪽쯤이었나 여기? 이쪽인데 한 요쪽까지는 제가 밝혀놨어요. 밝혀놨다가 이제 그래도 첫 번째 구역을 좀 하고 정리를 하고 해야 될 것 같아서 여기까지만 모닥불 뜯어놓고 빠꾸 했거든요. 근데 이제 다시 이쪽으로 가면 될 것 같아요. 가서 이쪽 구역을 쫙 하면 될 듯. 근데 여기 개센 것들이 많은 것 같아요. 큰 애들? 진짜 큰 애들? 그러하고 이런 걸 하려면 저 뭐죠? 금속 꽃인가 뭔가 하는 거를 어떻게 빨리 해야 되는데. 아, 그리고 이거 하러 가야겠다. 게메솔 어디죠? 여기 하다 말고 있는데. 아무튼 얘 하층 주려는가 봐.
More like someone.
There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land gods. If you have time, that is.
프라우혼인가 뭔가요?
You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll once again provide
무슨
plainsong with
덕분에?
grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it a reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it.
분불이라고
Gaia
하면
showed me a
그거
way around
없애는
this.
거 무기
We
주는
need
건가?
components called control cores from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
프라우혼이네.
You mean Grimhorns?
아, 그림이야?
Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
비밀이지.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy.
같이 한다고?
I'll send you the location of the
여기서
machines.
좀 싸우던가? 좀 싸우던 것 같기도 하고.
I'll let you know when I get close to those Grimhorns.
Good. If we can get their control cores, maybe we really can heal the land gods.
와서 어그로만 끌어줘라. 딜 넣는 건 내가 할게. 노트 딜 2절. 이러다 나중에 또 시켜서 뇌절 나온 거 아닙니까? 사이드가 이게 나왔고 이제 웬만한 레벨은 다 해. 이제 막 하도 싸돌아다녔더니 그러하고 일단 그러면 사이드에서 뭐지 조카? 노래장기는 아 이거 아 이거 무신이 못해. 산라나와 이거 해야 돼. 공개 사냥꾼환 이거 먼저 해야 돼. 무기적으로 먼저 해야 돼. 어디지? 이거 빠르게 하면 될 듯. 저게 무슨 퀘스트의 파생이지? 오, 이 사람 신상 가지고 왔다. 냉기 폭풍 볼트 발사기 이거 사야 되겠는데요? 대박. 볼트 발사기 괜찮지. 플라즈마 데미지 이제 줄 수가 있네. 대박이고. 아 이게 메인 캐릭 진행을 하면 뭐가 나오는구나. 이 사람들 신상을 가져다 놓네요. 근데 나는 있는 게 영어 안 쓰고 있어서 해야 될 것 같은데. 일이야. 굳이 지금 당장 사긴 어쩌지?
Good paint for a good soldier.
플라즈마 데미지를 가하는 탄약을 이제 소지품에서 이용할 수 있다. 플라즈마 화살로 글로 블래스트 캐니스터를 쏴서 기포가 퍼당 원시다. 이거를 그것도 중화기로 쳐주나? 전전하고 싶어. 이거서 업그레이드를 시킬 수 있는 건데.
That city must be close.
누굽니까?
Dunes might
타,
look peaceful,
탈라나시
but they
누굽니까?
hide all kinds of dangers.
누구?
Talana,
아!
glad to
얘구나!
see you made it.
Thanks to the secret passage through your base. It was quite a sight.
활도 활.
Secret passage. Don't let the others hear you say that, or you'll have a lot of Oseram knocking at your door.
And you are?
This is Raggard. He's a scout with this caravan. He says Amadis was here.
He joined up with our expedition right before we went through the tunnel. After we made camp here, I set out to do some scouting. I also made peace offerings to the Tanakh for trespassing in their territory. Amadis wanted me to ask around about some place called the Rot.
What did you find out?
Most I learned was that it's where the Tanakh took their prisoners. Somewhere far to the west near Thornmarsh, the Lowland clan's capital. He set out to find it not long after.
On his own?
I tried to warn him, but he was dead set on going.
Did Amadis say anything about why he was heading to the Rot?
Afraid not. He was a man of
하지만
few
뭐가
words.
됐든
Sounds like
사례를
him.
먼저 얻어야 될 것 같아서
Did he
이거를
look
밀고
okay to
나가야
you?
될 것 같아요.
More or less. He seemed shaken when we learned the tunnel had collapsed behind us. But then again, so was everyone around here.
So you're a scout for this crew. Anything I should know about the area?
Where to start? Down south, we got a trio of Oseram trying to delve into the ruins in the sand.
There are more of you?
They're the ones we followed out here in the first place. And then there are all the other folk who broke away as soon as we got to this side of the tunnel. Salvagers, explorers, all sorts of daring venturers.
Just how many of you were there?
Enough to lose track, that's for sure. I've also spotted some rebels a while back, too. Seems like they've been patrolling the desert. Heard all about the rebellion from the Tanakh up in Scalding Spear. That's the Desert Clan's capital, north of here.
Sounds like you've really gotten to know the area.
It's what I do.
Thanks, Raggart. This has been helpful.
Hope you find them.
Okay, I'll head for Thornmarsh. Meet me there.
Hold on.
What?
저
You're
뒤에
willing to go to the ends of
뒤에
Tanakh's
어마어마하게
territory
몰려오는데
to
괜찮은
find
거야?
this guy. No hesitation.
Of course, he's one man alone in the Forbidden West. I'm just worried about him.
I think it's more than that. I'll meet you near the lowland capital. But then, you're going to tell me who Amadis really is.
Fine, I'll lay low, north of the village. See you there.
활 준비해놔라. 보라색이길 바란다. 자, 누구지? 아마디스? 배 타고. 내갈라고 가는 수도 있네. 안 나오는데? 없는데, 여기는? 그리고 저 녀석의 프로필도 없는 것 같은데? 그쵸? 여기서 계속 여정을 계속 해야 되나봐. 가시는 북쪽에서 탈라나와 만나는 건데, 왜 여긴데? 야, 여기는 아직, 엄마! 여기는 아직 내가, 안 뚫은 데잖아. 아, 그래도 저걸 얻고 싶은데. 먼저 가도 될까? 여기는 거기거든요? 메인캐에서 이거 과거에 씨앗 하는 데라 가지고 뭐 어차피 레벨이 24라서 지금 쓸데없이 잘하지는 못하는데 레벨만 높은 저로서는 뭐 충분히 갈 수 있는 곳인데 그러한데 그렇지만 뭐랄까 약간 서순의 느낌이랄까? 어떡하지? 이게 25짜리네. 그런 게 저쪽이구나. 아 근데 활 얻고 싶은데 일단 이거를 먼저 합시다 그러면. 디스포인트 3점 주고 이거 빨리 안 하는 게 좀 찝찝하니까 가마솥이긴 하거든요. 이거 어차피 또 보스전도 해야 되고 여기에서 근데 또 전환을 해야 되니까 가마솥을 클리어를 해야 그게 나오니까 하고 나서 일단 여기 모래 어쩌고 가가지고 메인캐를 좀 하고 이게 신상을 좀 들여놨을 거야 상점에. 신상이 있나요 여기는? 여기 상인분 아 이거 업그레이드 해야지. 보라색 못 참고 소형 조명 오버드로 데미지 클램버 존은 또 뭔데? 아 꼬리 좀 그만하라고. 꼬리 떼야 되는 애들은 싸우면서 꼬리를 엄청 흔들었다기 때문에 너무 어렵던데? 클램버 조가 얘는 많이 필요하네. 와씨 최상위 클램버조 심장도 필요해. 맛을 못 참지. 줘야지.
That's a lot of angry Tanakh.
얘들아 싸우지 말아라. 지금 이럴 때가 아니다. 여기서 싸워야 되나? 저기 얘들아 앞에 가마솥이나 걸게 정나 도와라. 근데 왜 여기 이런 게 있을까? 폭발물 같은 게? 싸우기 겁나 좋아.
Going down.
혼자 좀 읽어줄게. 정말 물력 없는 친구들일세? 본인 성과인데 까고 싶지 않다고? 응? 정말이지. 이게 아무것도 안 들은 것도 있고 이렇게 정말 허소리밖에 없는 것도 있어서 좀 짜증나네. 얘들아 싸우지 말아라. 올라가는 것도 있고 친구가 애들 가마솥 나와서 여기서 못 쓰잖아. 내 락브레프처럼.
The challenge has been issued.
You're here.
엄청 기다리셨죠?
The hero of the cool route.
Aloy, did you come to witness the challenge?
Does there have to be a challenge?
작작 좀 해라 니네.
There does. If you persist, all of these
얘들도
squads
아니고.
will join the fights. How many will die here? And how many will die in our villages once the retaliation begins?
There has to be another way.
Listen to what she has to say. You both owe her that much.
아저씨 말 잘했다. 뭐 적임자를 선택해야 돼? 나 야라라는 단어에 좀 트라우마가 있거든요.
He
화카이 때문에.
sabotaged the wound. You can't tell me you believe he knew nothing about it. And it was all part of his plan to force a confrontation.
근데 보면 둘 다 잘못한 게 없어.
This is
그냥
what he's wanted
한
all
발씩
along.
좀
It
타협을
doesn't
하면
matter how many
되는데
die as long as he gets what he wants. Command
이
of the
사단을
clan.
만드네 얘네가.
No. I'm putting an
내
end to this.
생각에 이 둘 싸우다
Now.
둘 중에 하나 죽을 것 같아. 이 막고라 느낌이거든요.
Draka, you lost a lot of good people hunting machine hearts to trade for water. You want to lose more now?
But that cost is exactly why I'm doing this. Why I had to send people to find other sources in the first place. I swear to you, I had nothing to do with what happened to the wound. Ukta came to me, said he found underground leaks that might lead to another well, that's all. I didn't tell him to screw it all up and drain the wound.
So stand down so we can all talk about this.
No! No more talking, no more lies. Yara can't be trusted. That's been proven.
그리고 오른쪽 이 녀석 그만큼 잘생겼어. 그리고 왼쪽에 이 선생님도 되게 잘생겼어. 하지만 나 이거 선택을 해야 된다고? 아이, 어떡해? 아니, 이게 지금 재판하는 겁니까? 내가 둘 다 잘못한 게 없어요. 이거 뭔가 내가 선택하면 다들 빡쳐가지고 사달라는 느낌인데 아니면 순순히 물러나나? 아니 물러날 것 같아 보이진 않아. 왼쪽 사람 오른쪽 얘는 그때 기계 심장 물이랑 엿 바꿔 먹어야 된다 해가지고 내가 오른쪽 친구랑 같이 그 뭐였죠? 레비저랑 막 잡으러 다녔거든. 썬더조 맞아. 썬더조 잡은 애가 얘고 이거 왼쪽에 야라는 그때 물 파이프 따라가가지고 그거 해결하고 한 친구인데 내가 왼쪽 야라한테 좀 빚이 있어요. 뭐냐면 전 새를 레비저로 만들었었거든. 화살 싸가지고 그랬는데 어떡하지? 누가 적임자인가? 근데 뭔가 이걸 수장을 선택하는 거라면 되게 좀 이성적이고 약간 피도 눈물도 없는 이런 느낌이 맞긴 하거든요. 뭐 물론 막 포용하고 막 부족민들을 위해서 막 이렇게 하는 것도 필요한데 드라카는 좀 그런 타입이야. 약간 막 사람들 챙기고 막 의리 이런 느낌이고 야라는 정말 딱 뭐라고 해야지 원리 원칙. 약간 그래 이런 사정도 봐줄만 한데 그래도 원리 원칙 못 참지 이런 느낌이거든요. 그 봐요. 약간 좀 드라카는 이렇게 가만히 서 있어도 조금 어린 느낌이고 눈빛이 좀 흔들리는 느낌이잖아. 근데 야라 얘는 되게 강인해. 강한 느낌이긴 해. 이거 어떡하지? 선택하면 뭐 타임 어택 나올라나? 어떡하지? 내가 고르는 겁니까? 진짜로? 난 빼줘라. 니네 가위바위보 3세판을 하던지 30판이래. 3세판을 하던지 뭐 아니면 가운데 이 아저씨가 어떻게 알아서 하던지. 나는 조금 야라 쪽이 기우긴 하거든요. 만약에 이걸 수장을 이제 골라야 되는 부분이라면? 드라카도 사람 괜찮아. 되게 막 자기 부족민들 생각하고 케어를 많이 해주거든요. 근데 이 시대에서는 아니 둘이 같이 하면 안 되냐? 공동으로? 그럼 이렇게 맨날 오질나게 싸우겠지? 양쪽 모두 그만두는 게 좋아. 설득하자. 그래. 그만해. 작작해라.
Is this how you two plan to save your clan? By causing a massacre over who gives the orders? Drop this foolishness and work together.
하해.
She's right. Put away your spears. Return to your homes.
Which means she stays in charge?
애냐.
You see? Replacing me is all he cares about. It's a vendetta. And it
이
has to end
사람은
here.
도발해도 안
For
넘어.
once we agree.
Pick a side,
얘는
Aloy,
오른쪽 얘는 약간
because
좀
we're settling this
감정적이긴
now.
해.
There must be a way to minimize the bloodshed.
The Tanakh never make things easy, do they?
I'm afraid
정말
not.
지긋지긋한 부족이다. 결국 이 둘 중에 하나 선택해야 되네. 어떡하지? 야, 나랑 같이 가마솥 들어가가지고 넌 살아남는 자가 지도자 해. 나한테 제일 도움을 주는 사람에게 포인트를 준다. 구역별로 나눠가지고 내가 포인트를 점수를 매겨서 니들 엄선하겠다. 오디션이라고 생각해라. 어떡하지? 근데 봤을 때 내가 하는 말은 드라카가 맞는 것 같거든요. 내가 너무 감정적이야. 지도자가 너무 감정적으로 이렇게 해버리면 부족민들도 위험에 빠뜨릴 수 있다는 거지. 근데 야라도 너무 사람이 냉정하면 그것도 부족민을 위험에 빠뜨릴 수 있다는 거지. 그럼 나는 도대체 어떻게 해야 하는가? 냉정하겠네. 얘는 진짜 부족민을 위해서 자기의 목숨을 아끼지 않는 타입이긴 했어. 방금 뭐죠? 렉은? 근데 야라 얘는 조금만 도발해도 흔들리지 않아. 드라카 얘는 막 적장이 와가지고 막 조금 이러면은 막 욱해가지고 야 다 조져 이러다가 이제 다 죽여버릴 그런 느낌이야. 지도자는 야라로 갈까? 이거 봐, 막 오른쪽 드라카는 막 안절부절 몸을 건들건들하는데 야라는 막 꼿꼿하게 이러고 있거든요. 봐, 파크라이도 야라 독재 약간 이런 느낌인데 저 야라가 외국어로 약간 그런 느낌의 뜻인가? 이러면 또 PTSD 오는데 아니야, 야라가 잘못한 건 아니지, 파크라이에서도. 가자, 야라로 가자. 드라카 미안하다. 그냥 협조하면 안 될까? 죽는 거 아니겠지, 설마? 이게 뭐 어떻게 결과가 되든 그냥 내 탓 될 것 같은데? 얘네들 그냥 내 탓 만들려고 이러는 것 같은데? 야라!
Becoming commander isn't going to change what happened to the wound, Draka. If you really wanted to help your people, you wouldn't be throwing away more lives just to change who gives the orders.
You really are something, Flame of the Desert.
삐졌어.
But I didn't come all this way to let things stay the way they are.
Then fight us. Just us. You want to save lives? Keep your squads out of it.
I've seen how you
근데
fight.
얘도 진짜 잘못한
These
게
soldiers are
아니야.
with me.
Then we stand with Aloy and Yara. Even numbers.
Fine, old man. It's your funeral.
싸워야 돼?
New rules. We're keeping it to just us. Winner takes command.
아니 뭐가 됐든 주인공이 이기는 거 아닙니까? 주인공이 붙는 쪽이? 내가 지금 게임 거 본디?
Nice knowing you, Aloy.
쟤도 나쁜 녀석이 아닌데. 근데 너는
You should have backed down when you had the chance.
싸운 거였어. 잠깐만요. 보통은 불이던디. 아니 뭐냐고. 왜 슬링이냐고. 왜 자꾸 슬링이냐고. 그러니까 그게 있었구나. 이런 게 있었구나. 야, 뒤에 와서 이러는 게 어딨어. 반달배기! 핫! 방어 파쇄! 됐고요. 다음 분. 하잇! 드라카를 쓰러뜨려야 돼? 피하고 해야 되는데 못 피했고요. 물 타고 올라라 임마. 오케이. 막탄 내가 치려고 했는데. 치트키? 파밍 먹으면 안 될까? 어이, 어디 갔냐고. 방? 맞네. 쓰는 애 있네. 쓰는 애 아니고. 너무 쫄이 아니고. 죽어버렸다. 근데 너는 대장이 아닌데. 꼭배기 단차 때문에 안 됐고. 일단 피해 주시고. 야, 내려와. 단차 때문에 안 되겠다. 내려와. 어디 가니? 날래다 너. 불화살 아플 텐데. 둘, 셋. 반달배기! 됐고. 게임 불이다 임마. 불타 올라라 임마. 야, 너무 올라가면 내가 공격 못하잖아 임마. 내려와. 내려오라고 쇼. 일로와. 그렇게 안 죽네 이거. 네가 드라카였냐? 쩔인 줄 알았는데. 드라카였어?
Not just yet. You did your best to
죽지
follow.
마.
You die with honor.
하지 마. 이 자식 진짜 흑마. 결국 죽여버리네. 이러다가 내가 선택 잘못해가지고 망하는 거 아니야 이번에? 아 모르겠다 제대로 한 번.
Did it have to end like that?
It's the way of the desert.
근데 이게 어려운 게
happens
너무
now?
원칙에 매여가지고
We live off the water the
주동민은
wound
위험에
ekes
빠뜨릴
out,
수도 있거든요.
rationing until it
그러니까
fills
둘
back up.
다 중간이
And I'll
아니라서
make sure
이래도
Arrowhead
저래도
gets its fair share.
힘들어.
Yeah, you'd better.
그러니까
The
얘는
desert never
원칙은 지키는 거라서 한
And I
말은 지킬
won't
것 같긴
either.
해.
How you've helped us. I mean, I give this to you now for all you've done for this clan.
무슨 건데 무기 줘라. 보상에 기술 점수밖에 없는데. 화를 줬다고쇼? 이거 설마 내가 고르는 애에 따라서 무기가 바뀌는 건 아니겠지? 설마? 기술 점수 어느새 8점이야. 약간 보스를 아씨 짜증나 써니 나오네. 약간 가늠을 해야 되거든요. 마음의 준비를 할까. 이쪽 카테고리 애들은 몇 없는 것 같은데? 너무 아래쪽에 있던가? 이쪽에 없는데? 아니 써니만 나오시냐고요. 뭐지? 별로 없는데? 설마 써닝만 때로 나오는 거 아니지? 써닝 개짱나는데. 하지만 나에게 이제 플라즈마 무기가 있기 때문에 나쁘지 않긴 해. 잠깐만요. 어우, 깜짝이야. 어이씨. 두 번 다시 올라갈 수 없게 되어버렸다. 이거 타야 되는데? 잘못 떨어져 버렸어요. 뭐길래 간지나게 이렇게 떨어져야 되네. 재민이 노동하게 이런 좀 보시게 하다잉. 그래프 지점도 있고 요새 밥도 싸울 것 같은데. 보시게 한대요. 그러면 여기 가마솥 퀘스트로 전환 안 되나? 할 게 진짜 그렇게 많네. 아이씨, 이건 가마솥이 아니야. 사고가 있겠지.
Must be an exit somewhere.
가마솥 어떻게 하겠다는 소리는 안 하네? 그러면 아직 오는 곳이 아닌데 온 것일까 나는? 오는 곳이요? 보통 입장하면 가마솥입니다 이렇게 하면서 페이스가 전환이 되는데 그런 게 없네. 이거 타고 올라가야 되는 것 같은데? 차닥차닥 해가지고 형님을 좀 해주시고.
Rely on me. Let's head to my stash.
힐링 가마솥인가? 근데 일단 이게 나중에 최종 보스전을 하러 오면서 위로 올라가는 데가 여기인 것 같아. 왠지. 이게 차라락 하는 게 있는 거 보니까 이쪽에서 나중에 보스전을 하는 거고 저쪽에 한 바퀴 돌아서 돌고 돌아 이쪽으로 와야 되나 본데? 이 출구를 내가 잘못 한 건가? 뭐지? 어떻게 나감? 여기 전원 들어온 데가 아무것도 없는데요? 허허, 나 잘못 갔나봐. 로드해야 되나? 아직 오는 데가 아닌가? 아직 어차피 기계 카달로그도 얼마 없긴 하거든요, 지금? 나 어떡해? 갇힌 것 같은디? 어떻게 나가냐? 용민이 어떻게 저쪽으로 나가는 거야?
getting out the way I came in.
나중에
Must
오라
be an
이거야?
exit somewhere.
다른 캐스트 때문에 출구가 표시되는 것 같은데. 이건 되는 건가? 좁히지 마소서. 그냥 나가네.
Made it.
한참 타고 올라온 거야? 아, 여기는 아직 못 타나 봐요. 가마솥, 재민이. 왜? 아직 카탈로그가 덜 모였어? 무조건 할 수 있는 게 아닌가 보네요. 그러면 물에 뭐기로 한번 해야 되나? 진짜? 이래서 벌써 집에 갔네.